I think it is this. I hope you see my hands right now. Is that okay? Okay. Yes. Um, I have had a very busy day, and of course we all have had. I will take some. You don't need those questions. You don't need to send those answers of those exercises you have in Moodle. There has been today some problems with Moodle. I don't know if you have noticed it, but there was some time, at least here in Finland, that it didn't work at all. But I hope now problems have been solved. My camera view is different than I thought. Sorry about I watched the different camera, but you don't need to watch me. I only show my papers here. So we went through these exercises 1 and 17 and 14, 18, 3, 4 and 6, 5 and 8. Today I will continue and we'll take number 20 next. I will show the question soon. Let's hope this you see this. Problem 20, and it was an equation problem. 74% of students could solve this on Friday, and it is like this. 20. It is almost similar as problem 18. We had this 18 yesterday, or was it yesterday? Probably. We had this 18 problem then, and strategy of this solving is to cross multiplication. So we multiplied these and then these. The order is not so important. You may first multiply these and after that these, so it doesn't change the equation more than so that these will be in other sides of this equal sign, but the result will be the same. And in this problem 20 we have almost similar situation. It is written like this. And in this problem, this cross multiplication is good way to solve. I guess it is the best way, if I say. If we compare to this problem 18, I will show it from this yesterday's paper. Here you had another way to solve when you had numbers, simple numbers in the bottom of these sides, 2 and 5. You could do so that you multiply this first, this left part by 5. So this will be multiplied by 5 and this will be multiplied by 5. And here you multiply with 2, so this will be, and this will be multiplied by 2. And then you get 10 in the bottom parts of these fractions. And if you have the same number in both sides, you may simply just forget those bottom numbers there and solve the upper part of equation. But in this problem, it is not so easy, and I don't think if it is a good way to solve it. For this problem, I would use this cross multiplication. So 5 times this equals 4 times this. And then we continue, we take away those parentheses, sulut in Finnish. So actually if we watch this problem here and compare it to this, it is almost similar problem. We will get 25x minus 15 equals 12x minus 8. And after that at this point we have the same simple equation than for example in this problem 17. It is funny that these both problems has had 74%. So about three of the 4 students could solve both equations. Probably the same students, because if I compare these, I would say this is still harder problem than this. This problem actually starts with this line. But then we arrange to when we there was a question in chat, when we cross multiply, is the equal signs not cancelled too? No, in this yes, probably you have thinking about, for example, in this problem we had fraction, and we cross multiplied this, or one possibility to solve this problem is by cross multiplication. So these will be multiplied and these will be multiplied, and then the division mark changed to multiplication mark. But in this equation situation, the equal sign stays there. It doesn't go anywhere because we still have an equation to solve, so it can't be cancelled there. And then we continue this by moving all parts of equation which have x, and okay, and then we move this part to left hand side because there are x's there. I'm sorry about this camera, it doesn't show this color well enough for me. In the paper it is much brighter, the color. I don't know why this camera doesn't work well. And then we move this minus 15, which has not x part in it, or after it, we move that in the right hand side. So we get equation 25x minus 12x. So 25 is still positive number because it didn't change the side of the equation, but this 12x here moved to left hand side, so it changed the sign. And the same holds in the numbers. -8 stays in the right hand side, but -15 moves to right hand side, so it changes the name sign to 50 plus 15. And then we have 25 minus 12 equals 13x, and here -8 plus 15, it is 7. 13x equals 7, and then we continue this solving by dividing the equation by the factor of x. So we divide now with the 13, and then we get the final answer, 7 divided by 13. This is the answer of this problem. Try to write the dates here so I remember which date and which group I have had. That was problem 20. Then we go to number 10. Simplify the expression x minus 4 y and to the power of 2. So this expression has exponent 2 there. This is a expression which can be solved or managed or simplified many ways. So we have x minus 4 y and exponent is 2. This was correct in about 71% of papers I have checked. By the way, some of you, or I'm not sure if he or she is here around, has sent me some solution for some exercises, but I haven't had time to check those, but I will check those also. This problem is possible to simplify at least with two ways. The simple, or I don't know if it is simple, but the most basic way is to yes, it have a formula. Yes, I will take that also. But I will first write this as a multiplication. So we have this 2 here in exponent. So it means we have a multiplication where we have x minus 4 y times x minus 4 y. X miinus 4y in Finnish. X miinus 4y. By the way, numbers in Finnish, I will some numbers right here. 0, it is nolla in Finnish, and in many other languages also this 0 is something like nolla or null or something like that. Number 1, this is 1. So is there a question? I funny that I can't hear your voice from these headphones. I don't understand what is the problem in this. I only hear my own voice. Number one in Finnish, yksi. I will write these. You don't have to remember these, but if you somehow start to notice these numbers when you see Finnish text or hear Finnish people talking, so it may help you sometimes to understand what they are talking about. Yksi and two is kaksi. And I take 3, 3, not anymore today. 0, 1, 2, 3. If you count quickly, I think in many languages there are way when you count. You want to count quickly. You don't say 1, 2, 3, but you say in Finnish Y, K, K, and you use fingers. Y, K, K. This is, but we don't. These are not official words. Maybe in spoken language you can hear, but only when you count quickly. Well, in this case we continue this example. We have this multiplication here, so we will do the same as or almost the same as we all here. Problem 8. We had this kind of problem, and we had this multiplication here. Those were not identical expressions here. Here we have with this problem, this is actually the only way to solve this, or almost the only way to solve this. But this we have other possibilities also, as there was written. It has a formula to this. So I will multiply these and these and these and these. So there will be x times x, then we have x times minus 4y. This x is positive, so we have to use a plus sign. X times minus 4y. Then we have used this first x here. It has been multiplied with these both here. And then we continue with minus 4y. So we have minus 4y times x, this multiplication, and then the last one, minus 4y times minus 4 times minus 4y. This doesn't belong to this problem. So what do we have here? So we have x times x, so we have a multiplication where are two x's, and that will be the exponent, x to the power of 2. Then we have here x times minus 4y. We have this minus 4 there. We can move it to the first part of the multiplication. We may change the order. It is always possible when we have multiplication, at least when we are counting with numbers. Minus 4 will be in front of it, and then we have x, y. It is the same as x, y, or yx. The order is not important. I will use the alphabetical order, but it is not necessary. Then here we have actually the same. We have minus 4 and then we have yx, and we may write it in the opposite direction, xy. And the reason for this is that now we have the same format of these expressions. They are same the variable part of it, or same letters in here. And then we have this 4y times 4y, and there are minus and minus. There are two minus signs, so they are even even number of minus signs, so it will be plus. Minus and minus, it becomes plus. And then we have 4 times 4, it's 16, and y times y, it's y to the power of 2. And then we have this middle part here. We have the same similar xy part here, so we can add these together. We have minus 4 and minus 4, totally minus 8. So we have x to the power of 2 minus 8xy plus 16 y to the power of 2. This is the final answer. But as there was said in the chat box, there has also a formula in this kind of expression. I don't know if I have my formula book with me. I think I have forgotten to take. Yes, I have here. This is my formula book, but you probably have your some kind of own book. And here I will show the rule which is capable and very useful in this situation. There are freely translated multiplication and divisible rules of polynomials. So there are some rules which we have actually used already, but this is it is this which we have now. We have something a minus b inside of parentheses, and then exponent is 2, and we may use this kind of formula. Now I will in this case we have, let's take another color. Now you don't see it. Now we have x minus 4 y to the power of 2, and if we compare that to this format here, we have a minus b, so now this x means the a, and then we have minus sign there, and then we have b, so now 4y, this means b, this part. So when we use this formula, we have a squared, or a to the power of 2, and now we have a is the same as x, so we have x squared, x to the power of 2. This is same as a squared. First part, the number or letter in front of minus sign it is a in this formula. So it will be squared there. Then we have in the formula minus, and then we have 2. It is always 2 in this formula. And we have we don't use mostly in these formula books, you don't use multiplication signs, but multiplication marks, but if I write it here, I guess it is more easy to understand. Here we have again a, and a was the first part, so now it is x, and then we have this b here, and now b was this 4y. Remember that in this formula b, this letter b means that part of the expression which comes from after this minus sign. So this minus sign doesn't belong to this b. Here we have minus sign, and after it there are 4y. So this b will be 4y. So here we have 2 times a times b. And then we have this final part, b squared. So we have plus b squared, and our b is 4y. Now this is probably the most usual error in this kind of problem. I may make a mistake now. What is the mistake I made? There should be plus b squared there, and this now I didn't make it correctly. You may write in the chat box if you like. Is it okay? This? No, it is not. If we compare to this answer here, we didn't have 4y squared, but 16.
We have a square in both of these 4 and y. So
yeah.
We can use this.
Yeah. Parentheses should be written there, so there will be right like this. Yes. Yes, bracket is another word. And now if we continue this x squared minus, and here we have 2 times x times 4 times y. 2 times 4 is 8, and then we have x, y, and 4y to the to squared. It is the same as 4 squared y squared. So 4 squared is 16, and y squared is y squared. So I don't know, maybe this is a little bit shorter way to solve this problem. And if you practice this problem, I suggest that you do it both ways. So you get practice with this way, and you get practice with this formula, and both are good to handle. There are other similar formulas also. There are this formula which is almost similar, but there is plus sign inside of brackets or parentheses. It is the same formula, but there are no minus signs here. They are only plus signs. One interesting thing would be, because you are all around the world, and probably you have some kind of formula books already had or bought during your earlier studies, and I would be interested in seeing what kind of formula books, for example, people in Bangladesh or India or Turkey have used. So if you have that kind of formula book as this, for example, take a picture of page where, for example, these formulas are shown. I guess there are probably quite. This is the second page in my book, and probably there's nearly in the same place. These formulas will be in your books also. Yes, this is a formula which has been taught. It depends on school, but in some schools in Finland, it has been in for example, seventh grade or eighth grade or ninth grade, or in some schools. No, there hasn't been in comprehensive school, but in high school probably has had, or at least if a person has studied mathematics, I'm quite sure that everyone has studied this formula in high school. But I'm not 100% sure. But this is formula which is forgotten easily. So in this point, if you are not used to use it, so practice it. It is important to learn to solve problems with many ways, and for example, these two ways are in this problem. Good. Um, that is number 10. And what is the second? Next 15. That is the first um, equation where we don't have any numbers at all. 15. Solve variable f from this equation. I always pronounce it incorrectly. Equation. Let's take that next. Many times people hate these equations which have only letters, not any numbers at all. But in some cases, and maybe in every cases, they are easier to solve because you don't have to count with any numbers. Every time you have numbers here in equation, you have to try to remember multiplication rules and or division rules, but uh, in here when we don't have any numbers, we don't have to use any head remembering. 15 solve variable from that equation. Remember this D letter. I always or almost always write that means tehtävä or exercise in English. Tehtävä in Finnish. We have this kind of equation: A divided by C plus D divided by B equals E divided by F plus G. And what should be solved if I would solve this problem by first looking where is that letter F in this equation. It is not here, and it is not here, but it is like here in bottom part of this division. So I don't care anything else but about the place where I found that unknown letter, and it is here. So I leave this part of this equation to this place and move everything else to the other side of the equation. So now we have only this g here, so I will move it there to the left hand side. So the same holds then here in number equations. When we moved minus 15 to the other side of the equation, the sign was changed. And now the same. Here we have plus sign and it moves to the left hand side, so this changed to minus. So we have A divided by C plus D divided by B minus G equals E divided by F. And at this point, I would use some simple number example. If you are not sure what to do next, this will help. So I will use this kind of way. I collect this part, and it is I think that this is some simple number. For example, no, well, it is easier to start in the right hand side. So we have here division with letters E and F. Let's take simple numbers. For example, 12 divided by 4. And we simply know that 12 divided by 4 is 3. And now we have a similar situation in this letter equation. This whole bunch here in left hand side means 3 in this example, and E in this letter E means 12, and this unknown F means 4. So when we see that we have to solve this F from this formula or this equation, it is in the similar place as 4 in this simple equation. And when we watch this 4 here and we see that we have 12 and 3 in this simple equation, we quite soon understand that we get this 4 by dividing 12 by 3. So this part here divided by this part here equals this part here. So same holds here. If we want to take solve this F compared to 4, we get this F by dividing this. So I mean E by this. I mean this here. So we get the solution easily with a way that we only change places of this F and this whole bunch here. Those will be changed. The same holds here. We have 3 equals 12 divided by 4. If we change these 4 and 3 places, then we have 4 equals 12 divided by 3. We can change these and still the equation holds. And the same is true here. We get F equals E divided by A per C plus D per B minus G. And this is, I would say that this is okay solution for the problem. there is no need to simplify this anymore. Of course, you may do something for this, but I don't think it is good to do that, because if we get now we only have these letters here, but usually these kind of formulas are used, for example, some technological calculations, and in those equations these letters will get some values, for example 5 meters or 5 volts, or it depends what you are calculating there, and then we get number values for these letters, and it is always more simple to calculate the value of this expression if we have to write number value only in once for every letter. If we try to simplify this for the expression by for example multiplying by b or c to get rid of these fractions here, then we get b's or c's in many places in this format. So I don't think it is a good way to good to do that, but this is more easier for me. I don't know, this is some kind of thing of opinion, but for me this is well enough. uh, this was 15. Then I will jump to number 9. I've seen that there has been hope for number 19, but not still, not yet. We take the number 9. By the way, this 15 was correct in 54% of papers, so only a half could solve it correctly in the first place. But as I said, these letter equations are many times easier and quicker to solve than number equations. This 9 is, I don't like this exercise. This is nasty. We have letters. We have 4 letters A, B, C, D. Then we have these brackets or parentheses and minus signs and whatever. This is not very short problem to solve. There has been 57% got this correct. I could do this with the same way as I did in this problem. So I could multiply everything with everything. But now I will, it is okay to do it like that. But now I take a different way, and I make this like in some kind of matrix or table. Like this. I see here, there is C plus D, and there are 2A minus 3B. I will write this like in a table format. I will write C plus D here, and I try to write here some kind of table. You don't need to use these lines here, but maybe it's easier to understand what happens. And here is multiplication sign, and we will be multiplying C plus D with the 2A minus 3B, and I will write these 2A and minus 3B like here, like this. So here is C plus D, and here is 2A minus 3B. And in this table we get we have a places where we can write the multiplication result. You probably have some sheets there where you have these squares there ready, but I have to write them myself. And the result will come in this box here. And now I don't have to remember in which order to calculate. I can choose whatever I want to start with. For example, I may start with this multiplication. I have here plus d times minus 3b. For example, I don't. If is there any use to is it useful to start with this part? But to show it is not necessary to start with this first here. You may start here. So I have here d times minus 3b. This is plus and this is minus, so the result will be minus. And then we have 3. There are no numbers, so there will be 3. And then we have letters B and D, so it will be BD. This is green pen, but I don't see it green in the screen. I don't know how you see it. It is not. Does it so better if the camera is near? Sorry about this. And then, for example, this multiplication here, you have C and minus 3b. So when we multiply these, we get minus 3 and then only letters B, C. And then, for example, this here, we have D and 2A. There are only one number, so it is 2 and it is plus, silently plus 2 and A and D, it is AD. And the last one, or the first one, how do you ever want to think, there are 2A times C, so it is only 2AC. I don't know if this is a quicker way to calculate this than if we compare to this way, but this is easier to handle. You don't forget something. You have a box to fill. There are 4 places to get some answers, and in this way, this table way, you remember to count everything you need. And the same, I will do the same with this here. I don't mind the minus sign yet. I only count this, what's shown here. So I do the same. We have 4d minus c, and we make a table. Then we have 4b minus 3a. And again, we have some kind of table here. Or like Excel sheet. And let's start again. Let's go with this first. We have 4d times 4b. 4 times 4 is 16, and d times b, I will write it in alphabetical order. B, D. It is the same as a dB, but it is easier to if we write it in alphabetical order. Then we have here minus c times 4b. There will be minus and 4 and bc. And the next row we have 4d times minus 3a. There is 4 times minus 3. There will be minus, and 4 times 3 is 12. So there will be minus 12, and then letters dA or AD. And then here minus C minus 3A. There are two minus signs, so that's even number of minus signs to so it will be plus. Or we may also think that this minus sign changes this sign to the plus, so then there will be plus here. 4 times 3 equals 12, and then we have sorry, well, what am I counting? Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I forgot to use different color. I used this black color here, and here you see better. I should have used a green color there. So now my mistake here. I counted these here, but I should have counted these here. There are minus C minus 3, so this is plus as I said, but then there are only A and C, so it will be AC, and there is number 3, so 3 AC. Sorry about this, I was clumsy. So when we continue to this first stage here and go to second line, we take this here and we got the result here, and then we get minus sign and get the results from here. So I will write those 2AC plus 2AD minus 3BC minus 3BD. So these green numbers there will be written in here. The order is not important, but of course if you write those in the alphabetical order, it is easier to continue to the next row. And here I will do that. We have this minus sign between those multiplications, so I put minus here, and then I use brackets or parentheses here, and this will be written inside of these parentheses. And I use the alphabetical order now so that it will be in the same order as here. So there will be 3AC. It is not necessary to write that plus sign there. And then we have minus 12 AD and minus 4 BC and plus 16 BD. This is quite a cute way to solve this, if I, in my opinion, because you don't need the intermediate stage there. If I would have done this multiplication here, there would be quite a big sentence or expression here. Maybe it wouldn't fit in the same line, so or same row. So this is quite easy way to have this next stage there. And then sorry.
Sir, I had a question.
Yes.
in exam we will use this box, or just we will continue like the third line or third row?
It is no, I don't care. It is if you like to do it with this table version, or if you like to do it like this, it is okay. Whichever is easier for you. Or did I understand the question
Yes, sir.
correctly? Yeah. Okay. With a good calculation routine, I would say that this way it is quite easy and quick way, especially if you jump over to this line. It is possible to get this line immediately after this when you just count in heads, if you say it like so. But when you don't have the routine, or you have just maybe first time, or after a long break practicing these kind of problems, this may be a helpful way. But both are correct ways to solve this problem. And now I take away these brackets or parentheses here, and now we have minus sign here, so these signs will be changed. Minus, plus, plus, minus. And then there are four different yes, four different letter parts in these expressions or terms here. We have AC here and here. Then we have AD, for example, here and here. And then we have BC. I will use this kind of marking. And then the last one, I won't write anything below it. So now it is easier to get the result. We have two AC, we have 2 and minus 3. That is minus 1 AC. 2 minus 3, it's minus 1. This 1 is not necessary to write there, but right now I will write it. And then we have AD part, there are 2 and there are 12, so totally 14 plus 14 AD. Then we have minus BC part, there are minus 3 and plus 4. Minus 3 plus 4 is equals plus 1. Plus 1 BC. And then we have minus 3 and minus 16, minus 19. If you notice that I have made some mistake, just tell, because I have some kind of feeling that this is not a right answer, but probably it is. I will check quickly.
I think so. It's all mine.
Did someone get the same answer as I did?
Yes, it's correct answer.
Okay, yes, thank you. Yes, sometimes when I have to count on live lesson and I don't have the right answers, it is possible to make mistakes. And of course, this one numbers one here, it is not necessary to write there, so it is okay to write this minus AC 14 AD plus BC minus BD. The order of these letters is not important. I don't know why I got the feeling that this is not correct answer. But probably it is. Let's live with this. Yeah. Some kind of way to check the answer is to give number values for these letters here. For example, letter A might be, for example, 2, and letter B might be, for example, 4, and C might be, for example, 5, and D, for example, 6. And then you may count what number value would this get if we use those number values. And if you use the same number values with this and get the same result, it is quite reasonable to think that we have made this problem correctly. Of course, there are a small possibility that it is still wrong, but mostly you get correct result. At least you find error with this. So if you get different value of number value of this compared to this, so there must be some error there. Of course, you may make error during this checking also. This is a problem. I actually hate this problem. This is very nasty, and I would like to live my life without doing this kind of examples because there are so, I don't know, for me this B and D are somehow very hard to find the difference between them, and that makes this hard to count. Okay. I think I will take one problem still. 16 is the next, and this is last exercise I will go through today, because I want to give you possibility to minus BC. Okay. Yes, I was watching the chat, but it was not, I guess, not my answer, but yes. Okay. Number 16. Tehtävä 16. In Finnish, numbers between 10 and 20, there is always this toista word. For example, here 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, and toista after them means toista is it means like second. So for example 11 11 means in Finnish we say it like it is one of the second. So when we have 20 we have 10 and after that there comes 20. So this 11 is one of the second 10, two of the second 10, so 12. See, we have this kind of logic here in numbers. I will write it. Kuusitoista equals 16. Kuusi means 6. Is also kuusi means also in Finnish language this Christmas tree. I don't know. Is it pine? Or sorry, what is this? Spruce. What is this in English? I, I don't remember. But it is also kuusi in Finnish. And this problem 16. Pine tree, yes. So no, pine means different. Spruce, I think. Is it the same? I have problems with this name of trees. I will check. Google Translator. Yes, spruce. And then we have, yes, spruce. This pine tree is in Finnish mänty. Almost similar tree, but not the same as spruce. Okay, but to the problem, we have this kind of letter equation. Q divided by P times R minus D divided by B equals A. And then we have a question where we should solve variable D. D is the unknown. Letter D, so it is here. I would do this. There are many ways to solve this, but usually I watch the sign. I found this D letter here, so this should be solved. And it is in this fraction part. But there is minus sign in front of this fraction, so I would do so that I will move this part to the right hand side, because with this I will get plus sign here. It is more comfortable to have plus sign there than minus sign. And then if I move this part to the right hand side, I have to move this A to the left hand side. So after that I won't do anything with this Q divided by PR. It will stay here in the left part, but this A letter will go to the left part So it will change the sign. There will be minus a. And now this d divided b, it has minus sign in the left hand side, but we move it to the right hand side, so it will be plus. So we may forget the sign. It will be only d divided by b. And now we have something similar than we had in this problem 15. We had, in this case, we had the unknown was here in the bottom part of this right hand side. But now we have the unknown in the top part of this fraction. But let's compare this also with a simple number example. For example, if we have, I don't take the same as here, but for example, 2 and 5 and 10. For example, we have 10 divided by 5 equals 2. This is easy number example. And now if we compare with this equation, we have the unknown here, d. And if we compare it to this number example, we have 10. Now we think in our heads that what should we do with 2 and 5 to get 10? And very quickly we notice that we have to multiply these. 5 times 2 equals 10. So the same holds here. When we want to get this d, we get it by multiplying b with this bunch here. So we get the result d equals b times, and then we get this whole bucket here, so we will use brackets or parentheses. Well, sometimes and quite often it is helpful to compare. If you are a little bit, you are only 99% sure how to solve this, I suggest you to compare with these numbers, so you easily find out a way to solve this kind of problem and you get it correctly. I will write the comparing here. 10 is solved by multiplying 5 with 2. And we did the same thing here. I would say that this is okay result for this equation. Of course, you may multiply these brackets away, also parentheses away, but for me it is okay in this part. It is okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, why this multiply happened in a 16 number question, not 15?
Yes. In this 15, we had the unknown here, f. And in this number example, we have this 4 in the same place. And in this problem, we have to think that what should be done with 12 and 3 to get 4. And we notice that we have to divide them. 12 divided by 3. So in this case, this unknown f here will be, we get it by dividing this upper part of right hand side with the left hand side. 12 divided by 3. But in this problem 16 we have the unknown in the top part, not in the bottom part. So the unknown is in the place of this 10 here, and this 10 will be get with by multiplying 5 with 2, and that's why there is multiplication here and division here.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Well, one.
Excuse me, sir. Could you again go back to number 15? I just want to see the answer for number 15 again.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Could you just slide the paper back to test number 15?
Yeah.
I just want to see the EIF. Yes, thank you. That's all, please.
Yes. Right, I know. Now I noticed that I forgot to record that Teams session, unfortunately, but this will be recorded, which I have written here in paper. Teams is, I don't like Teams because it does not show clearly when recording is on. Now I have forgotten it today. Yesterday's meeting is recorded if you want to watch that. I guess I started that recording a long time ago, a long time before we had this team started yesterday. Or no, it was not your group. Sorry, I forgot. Right now, I would like to give you problems to solve, but I have had problems with this Moodle. I think I will do such thing that I will stop the recording now, and it takes a while to get some problems to Moodle concerning these exercises we went through today, and unfortunately they are right now Finnish language problems, but you understand what to do if you remember those words in English, in English, solve and variable, ratkaise muuttuja. But I will translate those when I have time. Right now, today I have had a very busy day, so unfortunately there will be Finnish language problems, but the same problems still. So I will stop recording now, and it takes a while to get those problems to Moodle. I'm so glad the 19 seems to be a very interesting problem, but I won't take it today. So unfortunately, maybe it will be. I don't remember if we have tomorrow lessons. The next day it will be, and we will go through that 19 problem. But now I stop this recording and go to Moodle to give you more exercises.